today we are getting ready to take you guys on a cruise. Now, a few months ago, we went on the newest Oasis class ship by Royal Caribbean called Utopia of the Seas. But today, we're getting ready to take you guys on the original Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas. All right, so you obviously can't film through security, so we did not. But I have to mention just how fast Royal Caribbean is. I mean, we were in the parking lot just a second ago at 10:45. By the time we went through security, by the time we walked through the building, it was probably like 5 till. Here it is, 11:12. And check it out, guys. We are headed to the ship. And here it is, the best part of cruising on Embarkation Day, stepping foot onto the ship. Here we go. We are on the boat. Good morning. Here is their version of the rising tide. What's different about this that I noticed already compared to the Utopia is this one actually has water fountains. And right up there is the top of the bar. Again, this is an elevated bar. It lowers and raises throughout the day. I really like the water show that goes on here with this one. And every Royal Caribbean ship has a car, including this one. That's awesome. And we will definitely check out the rest of the Royal Promenade throughout our cruise, but first things first, we're going to head to our muster station to get checked in and begin enjoying the cruise. So we're going to go to our F4 muster station, check in, and then enjoy the rest of the cruise. So this is different too. The Windjammer is actually this way instead of in that direction. At least this is the way they funneled us through. Let's see what's through here. You boys want to take a peek? They have these all throughout the Oasis.
I see a tree. It's a tree.
It's kind of hard to see in there, but there is a tree. It's kind of like you're on the ground looking up into the sky, but it is a tree. All right, so in the Windjammer, there's actually 2 Windjammers, and they're usually identical on both sides here. It's a little different than on our last Royal Caribbean ship. We're going to start over here. Right here we have oven roasted beef top, and over here is polenta fries, tomato sauce, cinnamon and maple roasted pumpkin, pork schnitzel. Over here is baked pasta, bolognese sauce, my favorite on Royal Caribbean, and I think Gentry's too. Tomato sauce, mac and cheese, fruits galore. Very fresh fruit on cruise ships. You got your muskmelon or cantaloupe, pineapple, apples, watermelon, Asian food today. And just some of the offerings are chicken curry, naan bread, which is underneath. Right there is a naan bread. Mint chutney, sauteed green beans, chicken fried rice. Let's move right over here. I'll show you what we noticed when we first walked in, and that is they have barbecue burgers today. So, toasted buns. You got your fruits and vegetables right here. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, barbecue burgers, hot dogs, fries, chicken tenders. Moving back this way, if you're looking for salad, they've got it. Pre-made Caesar salad bowls that you can just pick up and grab. Over here, turkey, ham, Caesar dressing, Parmesan cheese, garbanzo onion peppers with lemon herb vinaigrette, shrimp ceviche. Have grab-and-go drinks, ice water, lemonade. Yes, please. And we did the drink package on this one, not the deluxe, but the beverage package. And we'll talk about that later on, where they have the freestyle machines that are included within that package. So here are some of the desserts. We got coconut cookies and oatmeal raisin cookies. Coconut cookies sound really good. They also have some chocolate chip. And moving on in the Windjammer, we've got chocolate bars, creme brulee, Over here we've got apple pound cake, coconut cream puffs, carrot cake, pineapple upside down. All right, so we're starting off with the buffet here. Gentry got a barbecue burger and looks like some tater skins. What'd you get, Henry?
I got potatoes, chicken, fries,
Roast
roast beef, and I got a hamburger.
All right. Jennifer, what'd you get on your first run here?
I got basically like a hamburger salad. No
Salisbury
bun.
steak.
Yeah, I love Salisbury steak. This is roasted chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, roasted pumpkin, and then this is baked fish or grilled fish with pico, and this is polenta fries and watermelon.
And I ended up making a salad, put a little cheese on top, Parmesan cheese, got some fruit right over here, and I got a chicken leg, and I also had to go with some Swiss cheese. Just try some Swiss cheese with the barbecue burger, mashed potatoes and gravy, roasted corn. Over here, I got some roast beef, as they're carving some roast beef up there, and I could not go without the spaghetti bolognese, which is one of my favorite things in Royal Caribbean. Not an impressive view, but hey, we're on a cruise ship. No complaints here whatsoever. Little shipping yard today. But there's a view of downtown Fort Lauderdale. What's been some of your highlights from our first meal?
It's all very tasty. This roasted pumpkin is really good. It's buttery and really, really good. Reminiscent of a sweet potato without the super sweet. And then that grilled fish is really good. It has a good pico on top that's kind of garlicky. And the polenta fries are kind of nice and different too.
Henry, how's your meal, bud?
It's really good. I like the french fries, and I like the chicken. I like the bread, and I also like the hamburger, and I like the lemonade.
Gigi, what are some of your favorite things that you've tried?
The burger was really good, and so is the chicken. That chicken is a must.
Chicken is a must. So one noticeable difference already from the Utopia to the Oasis is that on the Oasis, they bring your drinks to you. You don't even have to go and get them at the buffet. And one of the servers just stopped by and said, "Hey, would you like some more watermelon?" And Henry said yes. And
He's made a new friend.
He's made a new friend, hasn't he? And even addressed him by name and brought out some more watermelons. Big contrast compared to the Utopia. All right, so for my dessert samplings, I got a coconut cookie, an oatmeal raisin cookie. Over here, pineapple upside down cake, and apple pound cake. That just looks really good. And my tried and true on Royal Caribbean, their famous carrot cake.
Got carrot cake and oh no, what this is, but
A little chocolate ganache, maybe, or what is that red thing on top? That looks really cool.
wait, I think it's a peppermint.
You try it?
It's a chocolate. It tastes like mint.
Tastes like mint? What's it taste like, Gentry?
He's right. It does taste like this.
Like a mint.
I'm gonna see
And
what
Jennifer got one too. They said that little red thing on top here tastes like a mint
Oh, yeah.
creme brulee, right? Mm-hmm. And you haven't tried the carrot cake here, have you?
I have not.
You're in for a treat. I will tell you, speaking of treats, going back to my plate here, my favorite thing actually, maybe more than the carrot cake, has been this apple pound cake. There's raisins in here. It's just very moist. They soak it in something. I don't know what it's soaked in. There's walnuts. If you like apples, this is it right here. Apple pound cake. All right, Jennifer, you've now tried the famous Royal Caribbean carrot cake. What are your thoughts?
It's really good. It's kind of like a carrot cake granola almost, with the crumbles in there and the walnuts and everything.
That's a very good description. But man, that apple pound cake is something else. All right, Henry's first bite of carrot cake.
it tastes like a granola bar, but it's also sweet.
How's the cake, Henry?
It tastes like yellow. The brown part tastes like coffee. It kind of tastes like a coffee cake.
That tastes like coffee cake. All right.
It's really good. It's just the middle part. It's not really
Not very flavorful. And Gentry is loving his new GoPro here, getting a good shot and scan of the Royal Promenade. And there's just so much excitement every day on the cruise, but this day in particular, some people have booked this cruise a couple of years out and have been waiting for this day for literally years. And you can see the balloons here in the Royal Promenade. At midnight, they have a balloon drop. I highly doubt that we'll be here for the balloon drop because tomorrow we have a 7 o'clock disembarkation at Coco Key. So we will be up bright and early tomorrow. It's so cool. All right, so we're gonna check out the boardwalk here on the Oasis and see how it's similar and how it is different than the Utopia. This is kind of cool. Look, boys, this is like the progression of the...
First you start with this. First you start with this.
Yeah? Almost at the final product. Wow! That is awesome. And right here is the Boardwalk Doghouse. All kinds of different hot dog options, bratwurst, and there is the carousel. This is awesome right here. This is like three-dimensional, like duck shoot, have a go, different carnival games that you would see. Just so much attention to detail. Look up and you will find even more. These colorful lights. They even have an old-timey car. Check it out. Right here is the gas station, and very fitting, here's Johnny Rockets. Another difference that I see immediately is that there's colored chairs in here in the Aqua Theater. So there's a combination of bench chairs and beach chairs as well. So you have your choice between the two. If you want to seat back, on the Utopia, there's no seat back. It's just bench seating. But here, there's seat backs. And again, these awesome rock climbing walls. So Gentry wanted to stop in here to Playmakers to see what type of free arcade games they have. Of course, they have Mario, Donkey Kong. But check this out. They have the Atari Defender game. And a couple of other noteworthy stores here on the boardwalk. In addition to Johnny Rockets and Playmakers, here is the Beach Shop, which it looks like they have all of your gear for the beach. Currently it is closed because we are at port right now, but once we get out to sea, they do have a beach shop. There's sunglasses, shirts, and they also have a Sugar Beach on this ship as well. But remember, all candy is an extra surcharge. It is 1 o'clock, so that means that our stateroom is open. And here are our cards, our welcome aboard cards. All right, so we are in room 8292. Thank you, sir. Wearing your Royal Caribbean shirt, Lionel Messi. Very appropriate for a Royal. There you go. You got your gaming shirt, sports shirt, right? So as we walk in here, you can see the two beds are together for Jennifer and I.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, we have the TV to ourselves.
I was going to say...
It's much smaller
Yeah.
than the room before, but
last time
at least we have the TV to
Last
ourselves.
time there was
Yes.
like polka dots here, and they were on the wall, but there was not a painting here. I just remember
There was a TV there,
Yeah.
right?
But
And
this time it's different.
it is slightly smaller than the Utopia of the Seas.
Yeah.
But here's the couch, which will be converted into a bed. We have a table over here. and a much smaller TV than the Utopia, but we're not really here to watch TV anyway. A little power pad down here with 3 110 outlets. Right here we have the light up mirror to get ready, and a desk with lots of drawers, and we also have our, oh, that's really cool. So the refrigerator opens up along with the actual cabinet. So you don't have to open the cabinet separately, and it's pretty cool. I don't know if this is a refrigerator as much as it is just a cooler. It doesn't seem extremely cold. So if you have milk or other dairy goods, I don't know if I would trust this as much as I would with an actual refrigerator. And back over here we have a little phone if you want to call for room service. Oh yeah, lots of storage space. Hooks. We brought our own magnetic hooks that kind of look just like this, so that's really neat. Full length body mirror. And right here is the bathroom. There is the shower head and shower. This one has 2 different sliding glass beams that connect there. Right back here we have the sink. Love how that's off to the side there, so you have plenty of room. Again, lots of shelf space. And Jennifer, what did you notice about this room?
So we have full nightstands. The last one just had kind of like a really skinny one that actually butted up to the bed. So this is nice. You can put lots of things on, and there's one on each side. And then there's a double lamp. And then the closet, it opens on both sides. There's good
little safe
shelving space. Also something really cool are there are 2 different racks. And then there's also this space up here where you can put like shoes or something like that.
Yeah, that is really nice for the little shoe rack.
Up there with the safe.
And another thing, not necessarily a good thing, but no complaints. The Utopia had 2 closets. There's a closet over here, so we had lots and lots of space.
Yeah, but this one has the double hanger area too, so we still kind of have 2 hanger areas.
I feel like square footage wise, this one still has the same.
Yeah, I think so too.
And what we've all been waiting for right here, the ocean view balcony. Here we go. First look here. And the Enchanted Princess is here in port. And the smallest Royal Caribbean ship in the entire fleet is right there, guys. The Grandeur of the Sea. And then, of course, a little information about the one that we're on currently. The Oasis of the Seas was built in 2009, and they had an amplification or a renovation back in 2019. There are 6 Oasis-class ships, meaning that they have a similar layout or blueprint. One is the Allure of the Seas, the Symphony of the Seas, the Harmony of the Seas, the Wonder of the Seas. Here we are, the Oasis of the Seas, and of course the most recently constructed is the Utopia of the Seas, which you won a few months ago. So currently there are 6. There's another one in the works that will be built in a few more years, but they have a very similar layout. We love this layout. They are huge. This is the 6th largest cruise ship in the entire world, even to date, and it was built in 2009. In comparison, the first ship that I was ever on is the Carnival Celebration back in the early 2000s. That was 45,000 gross tons in capacity. This is 236,000 gross tons, to give you a comparison. And way back when, I thought that was a really big ship. But in comparison, this is like 5 times larger than that ship that I cruised on first years ago. And another comparison that I just want to make from the Utopia to the Oasis is the Oasis has chairs versus the loungers, but I will say the tables are a little bit larger out here on the balcony on the Oasis. But very relaxing out here already, and we're not even out there in the Atlantic yet. And it is tradition to put our magnets out here. And in a cruise ship, all of the walls are metal. If you've ever watched a video on how cruise ships are made, they actually prefabricate the cabin rooms, and they're all metal, of course, to help with issues with fire, help slow down the spread of the fire by having these metal walls. So everything is magnetic inside your room. So we can just simply take the magnets right here, throw it up on the wall, and there we go. And we also bought these off of Amazon, so we could either, put it up on the ceiling or put it here on the wall if we need to hang some additional things. So these are nice and convenient, but these little knobs are great for, you want to hang a hat, there you go. All right, so here you can see, now that we have those magnetic hooks, I've got like my travel bag with, shaving cream, shampoo, deodorant, all that good stuff. My hat, backpack. And something else that we do bring with us is they have bar soap on cruise ships, and we bring some foam soap for the week. Just makes life a little bit easier. And so, just a little cruise hack. And the other thing that we do to preserve some room whenever we cruise is we put our luggage underneath the bed. So everything's out of the way, tucked away, and we have extra room for walking and relaxing. All right, so we've had some vicious lightning here. We want to go toward the ship, but a lot of the ship that we want to tour is outdoors. But we're just enjoying the cabin. We've been watching a little bit of TV. We're going to go find... We got our cruise ducks ready, as you'll see here. But with it lightning... Oh, there's some more lightning. I don't know if you saw that flash on camera.
It flickered.
But there's been a lot of lightning strikes really close, so we're going to hold off on doing some outdoor activities. We were going to do a soccer kickoff that they had. So Gentry is pointing out that they have his jersey in there for sale. And of course, we're still at port here, but here is the Royal Caribbean store, which we'll definitely be checking out here later on. But there's all kinds of shops. If you want like watches, purses, just everywhere you go. This is pretty much like a mall on this level right here. They even have a Starbucks up here, as you can see. Just impressive. Again, like 236,000 gross tons. That is a big, monstrous ship. 6th largest in the world. All right, so we went and stopped and got some Sorrento's pizza here. And Jennifer and I have the refreshment package, and it has unlimited mocktails. You can get milkshakes, smoothies, Coca-Cola freestyle, pretty much everything that you can think of except for alcoholic beverages. And we did the Black Friday sale, so it was only $20, which $20 per day, I should say. Now, that sounds like a lot. However, if you consider that just one of these mocktails alone is $7, if you get 3 of these a day, it's paid for itself. Not counting bottles of water, Powerade, it's included and unlimited. All right, so the rain is slowing down. It hasn't stopped, but you can see the Princess Cruise is sailing out to sea back here, and here is the grandeur of the seas. And last up will be us. So for sail away here on the balcony, I got Crave the Wave, which is a mocktail with guava, watermelon syrup, lemon juice, cranberry juice, and club soda. All right, that is a good sign right there. We have the side thrusters moving, and we are backing up right now. So we're in the aft of the ship. So the front of the ship is this way. So forward facing this way, we're backing up. The sun is out. We can still hear some thunder out in the distance, but it is clear here. We did the balcony guarantee, and we got so lucky because we love the aft of the ship. And we normally love port side versus starboard. And we're on port side right now, which is the left side of the ship if you're facing forward. We like that because you used to be able to face port side, you're facing the ports. However, we have come to realize that with these Oasis class ships, whether you're on starboard or port side, it doesn't really matter because sometimes you'll actually dock on the starboard side facing the island. You can see some turquoise blue water right there on the other side. But what we love about the aft is most of the time you're visiting places back here that are sports or food related. So all of the sports activities are back here in the back. The buffet's in the back. The main dining room's in the back. And a lot of the things that you'll frequent most commonly are in the back of the ship. Got some people waving and yelling at us down there on their little private beach. We're really backing up here, and right here is the channel that takes us right into the Atlantic Ocean. And right there is Disney Cruise Line's cruise terminal right here in Fort Lauderdale. And you can see downtown Fort Lauderdale in the background. This is the first time that we have ever sailed out of Fort Lauderdale. We have flown into Fort Lauderdale many times and sailed out of Miami. But the absolute first time that we've ever sailed out of Fort Lauderdale's actual port. By the way, that's not on the cruise ship. That's everybody else waving goodbye to us out here on the shore.
So Brent doesn't wear his hat backwards very much,
No.
unless he's on a roller coaster or something like that.
Or moving 21 knots on a cruise ship. I don't want to lose my hat into the ocean. This is a really cool hat, by the way. I like this. It's Universal Studios Florida. It's got like the original E.T. ride symbol on it. That was one of my first favorite rides back in the early 90s when they opened Universal Studios in Florida. So love that ride. I don't wear my hat backwards, but...
So Gentry he was laughing and everything like that because he wasn't used to Brent wearing his hat backwards. And then I just got a vision in my head. It looked like one of those hats that the jazz players play or something like that, or blues. So I said, you're going to start playing your saxophone.
That's all I'm missing. Now here comes the pilot boat to pick up the pilot. If you're not familiar with cruising, what happens is the pilot is the expert at each port. So whenever you come into a port or come out of a port, the pilot actually provides instructions on how to navigate and steer in and out of each port. And it's a very dangerous task, actually, because a lot of times they'll jump onto ladders or jump on and off. So I'm wanting to see if I can get this captured here so you can see the pilot. There he goes. There is the pilot. This ship is so large that at the angle we couldn't even see him hop on. We've got some cruising ducks we're getting ready to go hide here, and these are the ones that the boys have picked out to hide on this cruise ship. And we've got on one side right here, it says congratulations. And then it says that you found a cruise duck, and then it says you can keep it or hide it. We put one of our stickers on there, and it's got like a real Caribbean like passport that's hooked to it, so pretty cool.
The perfect spot.
You know, the perfect spot. So we are in the Central Park area. You want to put it like in the monkey grass, or?
Hide it, buddy, hide it.
Do you want to put it hidden somewhere?
This is our first time since the rain has stopped that we've been able to come out here to Central Park on this ship. It is a lot different. Now again, all real plants, vegetation. And on the last ship, very early in the morning, I actually saw like a horticulturist. Check this out, guys, the gnomes. You can put one back by the gnome. Be a real good spot. Look, there's one back there. Speaking of which.
Oh yeah, let's get it, boys.
Oh wait.
Want me to reach it? Can you reach it?
That was the easiest one.
All right. You want to trade it for yours?
Just make sure the card's not wet.
There you
Wait,
go.
I know the perfect one. I know
Alright.
the perfect spot. It will be right there, right next to the sundial.
That is a good spot. So, the Utopia did not have a trellis. And I'm doing a lot of comparisons because Again, this is the original Oasis class ship.
They have these, but they didn't have this.
Yeah. And we went on the newest Oasis class. And Jennifer just mentioned, what did you hear?
There's lots of birds you can hear right up there.
And I question, are they real birds? Probably, but they could be speakers, because on the last one I know that we heard lots of crickets and they were coming out of the speakers at nighttime. I'm really liking this. Of course, it is an older ship, so there's been some time for the vegetation to really grow through, but this is wonderful. I like some elements of this one a little better than the Utopia. That was fun. And they do have a Giovanni's table out here at Central Park. And I think, oh, right there's the Park Cafe. And somewhere out here, oh, this is different. I don't know what this is. But there is another shop over here that's new. Izumi was out here on Utopia. Vintages. I'm not even sure if I've seen the research on this, what this is. Oh, it's a wine bar. Okay. It's a wine bar. I don't think I've seen anybody showcase that in any video or any forum that I'm in. On our last day of the cruise, we are going to do what's called a Taste of Royal, which is sampling all of their best restaurants within the fleet. This is really cool. This is a really nice area here with the artwork, and there's a Omega jewelry store. There's a library. What a peaceful place to grab a book, and let's see what the library looks like. Looks like they've got some daily trivia and take a book, leave a book. I'm hoping at some point during this cruise we can try the Park Cafe. They have the chocolate strawberries that they hand out at nighttime, which is really awesome. You found a duck? All right.
What?
And the only standalone barbecue restaurant in Royal Caribbean's fleet is right here on the Oasis of the Seas. It is Portside Barbecue. And here is the golf course that we hope to be playing on very soon. It's a pretty good theming that they have here. Really like this, with palm trees and surfboards. And the Oasis of the Seas has not one, but two flow riders. One is for stand-up surfing, and one is for boogie boarding. And they also have an ultimate abyss. And this one over here actually has some bleachers where you can actually view everyone who's on the flow rider. That could be interesting. So they have some open soccer going on right now. Messi, do you want to get an ice cream cone or do some soccer?
Ice cream right now.
Ice cream, all right. So we are off to find where the ice cream is. And here is a view of the boardwalk. And the zip line is right over here too. I assume because of the rain, it's probably not running right now, but they do have a zip line. So right here is the El Loco Fresh. It's a slightly different setup. Yeah, the seats are different.
Yeah.
Setup's different.
Yeah, like it was like a comfy chair, but now it's this plain white.
Right in here is unboxed. So if you've forgotten anything, they have vending machines for pretty much just about everything. Advil, there's Tums, Orajel, hygiene products, shaving products, nasal sprays, toothbrushes. Free charging station if you forgot your phone. And it looks like someone's taking advantage of that. And right here is Splashaway Bay, which, again, we're kind of sailing back into the storm, so it's currently closed. But they have a pretty impressive water slide that's right there, too, for the kids. These are not the big water slides. It's still fun. And if your child is not a strong swimmer, or if you're an adult who's not a strong swimmer, they have life vests here, along with beach towels you can check out. So right behind the lime and coconut bar that is out here on the pool deck is the ice cream. Or so we have been told. Oh, it's over there. Gentry sees it. How's the ice cream?
Good.
Pretty good? How's the ice cream, Jennifer?
I tried it yet because my hair's in my face.
And for an extra fee, they do have a very large arcade on the ship. Skee ball, air hockey. Maybe later, we'll see. We'll see. And here is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that is larger than Henry. So this is the music hall. Oh, and I was wanting to see the view here. They're closing the curtains. They're getting ready for a performance. Well, scratch that. But I do want to take a look at this guitar over here. This Stratocaster. Little Fender Stratocaster. Tennessee Orange. And check this out, guys. This is actually 2 stories.
You'll fit in. It's supposed to be a jazz band.
That's right. I just need my sunglasses and hat turned backwards, and I'm all set. That's right. This is a cool view right here. You've got the Royal Promenade, and then 1 floor up, Central Park.
Come on, quiet, let me hear you.
It is now time for our main dining room reservation. All right. So we gotta figure out where table 20 is. That is our table for this cruise. This is table 500, so I think that we're a good ways away from table 20. This is a 3-storied dining room. So you can see the main floor. We're on the 2nd floor, and there is the 3rd floor. So we have made it to table 20, and check it out. We have an ocean window view, and we are here at this table all week, so that's exciting. So today is the welcome on board menu. Here are the starters, main courses, premium selections, and desserts. And we actually have $250 of onboard credit. So I'm probably going to get the surf and turf, filet mignon, and Maine lobster tail. So, very excited. Gentry's getting his Caesar salad and spaghetti bolognese. And it feels like we're almost walking onto the Utopia again. And the entire time we're doing a comparison, at least today, just naturally, because we were on the newest constructed ship, Oasis class ship, and now we're on the original. And some things I actually enjoy more on this ship than I did on the Oasis. Like, I think Central Park is a little better, in my opinion, on this ship. I do miss, like, everything being automated. And the other thing I think that's also different is the destination elevators, which I haven't seen those anywhere else except for the Utopia of the Seas. On this one, it's just an electronic panel.
What I know different is like on Utopia they make stuff, but this time they don't on this ship.
Well, I showed you how to make a paper airplane. But it's probably not a good idea to throw that in a formal dining setting.
Some things that I'm seeing differently are one, like the part where like the carnival and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like there used to be like a climbing thing. I missed that. But now there's like a fire truck thing.
It's like a double-decker bus.
I can't fit in it, but Henry can. He seems to enjoy it. But a lot of things are just different on this ship. They're also better.
What's different about this restaurant is that they didn't have a view on the boat.
That's true. We've got a nice view on this one. A really nice view. And I think it just was coincidence that our waitress knew how to do origami, so she would make you something different every night.
You did that.
All right, Jennifer, what did you get for your appetizer there?
So this was really on the dessert menu, but I asked if I could get this as my appetizer because it was so good on our last cruise. And it's got assorted fruits and cheeses and nuts. And
Looks
I think
great.
this is goat cheese. And then this is a like a fig chutney. It's so good.
And Gentry got his tried and true classic Caesar salad. And then I got the snails, the escargot. And Henry has a fruit plate that's on its way. Henry, what'd you get, buddy?
So I got spaghetti with some meat, or I don't know, but I got some cheese and some lettuce or celery.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Parsley. Is that what you're talking about? The green stuff? Parsley?
Yeah, parsley.
What'd you get, Jennifer?
I got the chicken sag, and it's like has like a spicy chicken. I asked if it was really spicy, and he said no. It smells amazing, and it comes with I think basmati rice or jasmine, one of those, and then it comes with roti and naan also.
That looks great. And Gentry,
I got the spaghetti bolognese, same thing as Henry.
spaghetti bolognese. And your helping looks a little bit larger there. Filet mignon, cooked medium, mashed potatoes, asparagus, carrots, Maine lobster, and this is wonderful. Cuts like butter, so flavorful. What a wonderful steak. I got the cheesecake, and look at that strawberry on there. My goodness, that looks really good. Let me get that in the light here. Looks amazing. And Gentry got some chocolate ice cream. Henry got some strawberry ice cream. And Jennifer, what did you end up getting?
I got the dark chocolate custard, and it's silky custard infused with rich cocoa, finished with a fresh tart raspberry.
All right, so we are finishing the night here at the original Aqua 80. We attended the Aqua 82 on the Utopia. In the back of the ship, you can really feel the breeze back here. It feels wonderful.
You're cramped, but you have a lot of rooms.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's a lot more leg room. And not only that, but these seat backs are really comfortable. turn down the bed for the boys here. This is a little different. So instead of a two-tiered bed,
I
it's...
thought it was gonna be this way, but it's a different.
Yeah, but that looks nice and comfortable, and there's still plenty of room over here to get to the balcony, and really like this turn-down service.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the show?
Really good.
What'd you think, Henry?
It was I liked it how what's that guy?
Marty McFly
Oh yeah.
and his hoverboard.
Yeah, that was really iconic.
Yeah, like I saw the movie a couple of years ago, and he was like floating on water in the movie, and then like us.
That's pretty awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then they use like somebody's hoverboards, and then they like, and then
Oh.
they like have a travel car, and like it like goes into the future.
The DeLorean, yeah,
They can also fly too.
it sure can. And Jennifer, what'd you think?
It was really awesome. They, again, blew us away with the show and all the acrobatics and everything. And the boys were asking, like, how do they hold their breath that long and everything? I think it's so cool.
And it was so different than the one on the Utopia. I thought that was
there were
really
some
cool.
different stunts and different things like that. So definitely one to be watched as well.
Well, guys, we're not going to do our Every Day is Saturday because I know people are sleeping next door. Don't know if they can hear us or not. So this video will be to be continued.